Shine, it is World Card time. And Dan, the great curator, he will appear from out of nowhere. As you see, he is not present, but he is omnipresent, omniscient,
I'm
and
here. I'm
everything
here.
else. There he is, wearing a PSA shirt because he's official, I guess. He's so important. Hey, Dan, how you doing, brother?
Good. It feels good to be back. I've missed you. I've missed chatting with all the people who support us on the stream. I've got so much stuff to talk about. It's like, I mean, I don't even know how we're gonna pack it in. I don't know how we're gonna pack all this into like 1 hour, but we got a lot of stuff to talk about for sure. We gotta catch up.
All right, we got 2 people listening to us right now. Maybe that's all we'll have. Yeah, we have so much to catch up with.
They forgot about us already. They forgot about us.
I know. For you skip 1 week and that's it. You're just forgotten, gone and forgotten.
Yeah.
So let's get 4 people. I don't see, like, I'm signed in. I don't see, who's the hell's here?
I see 11 people. 11 people in the chat right now.
Oh, now it went to, whoa, it jumped big time there.
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay. There we go. Ryan, there we go. Happy you're back, fellows. Happy to see you again, Ryan, as well.
Right.
So, yeah, we've got a lot to chat about. 2 weeks, but, like you said, you went on a vacation. I set up at Burbank. I thought I wouldn't see. I thought, maybe I'd see you for 1 day. But
I also set up at Burbank. Let's be real. Yeah. I also set up at Burbank.
You had the itch. You go, Merlin, maybe I'll be there just for Friday. Then it became Saturday.
Yeah.
Then it became Sunday. So you were there pretty much all weekend except for Thursday.
Yeah. And trade nights too. So
and trade nights. I went home on trade nights. I was so exhausted, but hell, you weren't, dude.
Okay, so let's go over the agenda because we got so much stuff to talk about. First, I'm going to tell you guys about my trip to the Galactic Cruise, Star Wars, the Galactic Cruise in Orlando, Florida. Just briefly go over that, answer any questions you guys have, show you some of the cool swag that I got. We'll go into mail days, show what we got in the last 2 weeks because I got a lot of crap that got shipped to my house. And then we'll talk about Burbank Sports Cards, their first inaugural show, which was huge. Lots to talk about there.
Right.
It's going to be interesting conversation because we'll talk about it basically from 2 different perspectives. Because technically I was not set up. Technically I had a little bit more freedom to roam around while you were set up like normal. So we'll come at it from 2 different points of view. And then I want to talk about Spider-Man Metal, which dropped last week, which is huge. Definitely talk about that, and then a couple things about what bends my corner, and then we'll take comments. Okay.
I love it. That sounds like a great schedule for tonight.
Yeah. All right, let's get into this. Let's talk about my vacation to the Star Wars Galactic Cruise. So for those of you who
how many days were you there?
2 days. 2 days. Okay. So for those of you who don't know what this is, if you haven't heard or followed me as I've been talking about this basically for the last 2-3 months or so, basically in Orlando, Florida, in Disney World, they have an immersive experience called Star Wars: The Galactic Cruise, where basically it's adjacent to the park, so it's not inside the park. It's like adjacent outside of the park, but basically it's a big building. Looks like a big office building that they've turned into essentially a hotel that is made to look like or made to feel like you are on a star cruiser and you're flying in space. So they set it up the same way a cruise would, right? If you go on the ocean on a cruise, they set it up that same way, but they make it seem like you're in space. So you're not actually going anywhere. You just go into this building, and it's such an immersive experience that you actually feel like you've left planet and gone into space. And it was like, I just tell you guys right now. Hold on, my phone's somewhere here. I just tell you guys right now. It was if my wife is not watching this, it was the best experience of my life.
Yeah, I hope she's not hearing.
I know my wife doesn't watch this. Okay, so I'm not scared, but including my wedding, including the birth of my child.
Yeah.
Those were stressful events. Those were joyous, but also stressful events. This one was just complete, utter enjoyment. Just being in heaven. from the moment that you get there, where they check you in, right? You go in there, and the service is like top notch. It's like 5-star resort service. The only way that Disneyland can do it, where they know exactly, how to take care of everything. They've got a great system in place. They grab your bags, they check you in, everything's so easy. But the moment you walk in there, you're like outside, right, in the Florida weather. Then you walk in. Very hot out, very hot there. But we didn't really go outside that much, so it's okay.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
you go into the building, down this like long concrete hallway, so it's made to feel like you're getting onto, you're getting away from outside, and then you go into what I presume to be like an elevator, and they make the elevator look like a starship, so like a transport, right? And they've got these screens like that act as windows on the outside, where you can see like the outside, blue sky. And then when you get transported up to the Star Cruiser, they play all this music and sound effects to make it sound like you're on a transport leaving Earth to fly up into space into the Star Cruiser. And then when the doors open, you're inside the Star Cruiser, which looks like something you'd see on like Star Wars, Star Trek, anything like that, where you see all, the inside of a ship and everything like that. And then the moment you walk in there, it's like boom, you're in the story, because all the cast members there are in character the whole time. There's nobody that breaks character throughout the cruise, where they're there. Every time they greet you, they say good journey, sir. And then they talk to you. They ask you, so what planet are you from? What brings you to the Star Cruiser, right? They just kind of engage you in conversation like that. And then throughout the 2 days that you're there, there's like a choose your own adventure storyline that is going on throughout the entire ship. So as you're walking around, you're interacting with different characters and things like that, and they're giving you little pieces of information. And then there's this app that you download that leads you on different quests that you're supposed to do while you're on this cruise. So that keeps you busy. And then there's like 3 paths you can take. You can take the Jedi path, you can First Order path, or you can take the smuggler scoundrel path. And depending on which adventures you choose and which missions you complete, at the end of the cruise, they tell you which station that you've achieved, something like that. So that was super cool. The way that they made the details of the entire starship, everything was done so well. Like you've never seen anything like it. Service top notch. They make it look like alien food, the drinks and everything. So that was really cool. And then because it's completely closed off from the outside world, you feel like you're in space, because all the windows are like view screens of space and everything like that. So you see like starships flying by, things like that.
You do?
It's really cool.
Yeah, asteroids awesome. And everything, and then
too?
I feel like your reception's in outer space. Poor Dan.
Did I lose you? Did I lose you?
We lost you.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm back. Okay. All right. Wi-Fi's acting up. This might impact my storyline here, but okay, I'll try to go as quickly as I can here.
Your Wi-Fi is in the galaxy far away.
Yeah. And then they give you like, oh, you know what? I know why. Shoot.
What happened?
It's too late to change now. Anyways, they give you like 4 hours, 5-6 hours, where you can go into the Disneyland park and complete some more missions. So,
oh really?
Overall, it was a great experience. Totally worth the high price tag to go to this event. It was not cheap. It was $4,800. For me and my brother, okay, not including
Lord have mercy,
things like that. Yeah, so it was very expensive, but honestly, I would highly recommend it for everybody. The trip was basically, sponsored by DAPS Sports when he bought the Curacao for me. So thank you, DAPS, for that.
Thank you, DAPS Sports.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt.
Yeah, it was just a great time. I loved it. And I brought all these souvenirs. I'll show you real quick, and then you can ask me any questions if you want. But,
put your earplugs in. There's an echo.
Earplugs. All right. Here we go.
My gosh. There we go.
All right. How's that?
Better. Dan talks so fast, he gets so excited. That's so funny. The Wi-Fi can't keep up. There he goes again.
Hold on.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, everyone. Big John collected cards. He just finished his first Thrawn novel, and now he needs all of his cards. Yeah, well, doesn't he have one in the Galaxy one? In the Chrome Galaxy, there's one of him. So it's a nice one. Get that one. CV Sports Cards. Adrian, what's up, Horseman? Recovered yet? Yep, I did, and I had a 2.5 hour acupuncture session today before I got back. I just got back like an hour ago. It was nice, back in the valley. And went over the hill through Beverly Hills. Oh, there we go. We're punching out. I think we're out. There we in. There we're back. Okay. Oh,
Okay,
there we
how's
are.
that?
Oh,
Okay,
much
there we
better.
go.
Yes. Okay, we're back. We've got Dan.
All right, here we go. Let's get back.
Landed.
Where was I?
Landed.
Where was I?
You were talking about how you were going through. You got to go through the Disney World Park and going through the hotel or the Galactic cruiser.
Okay, so I'll just tell you guys. I'll show you guys a couple of the cool things that I brought back here.
Yeah,
some of the relics,
some stuff with us, correct?
Some of the relics, and then we'll be able to move on from this. So part of the experience is I got to make my own lightsaber. So here it is. Here's a custom lightsaber that I made.
Pretty nice.
Here. It's got the Rancor tooth on it right there.
Ooh.
Very cool. Okay, real working lightsaber. Okay, so there's that. What else did I get? I got this really cool Imperial March music box. So this actually, it opens up and it plays the Imperial March song here. Yeah, so I'll just play it for you guys.
Oh, it's like a lullaby.
Yeah, I got that for my daughter, so she enjoys that.
Imperial March lullaby.
Let's see. I got this really cool Porg cup. Check this out.
Oh, look at that. What did you drink out of it?
They make like different cocktails, like tiki style cocktails, but this is like really cool Easter egg here where you see it like this, okay? And then this is how they tell me to use it. They say, okay, this is when a Porg is on planet. But if he goes into a starship and they go into hyperspace, this is what he does. He goes,
oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Well, that's freaky.
So that's how the guy
freaky.
Yeah, that's how the guy sold it to me. So anyway,
oh my goodness. Like a big mouth bass.
Yeah. I took my superfractors onto the Galactic Starcruiser. So now they've been in space. They're the only actual superfractors that have been in space. So I'm the proud record holder for that. I also did the first ever live break of Top's Finest on the Starcruiser ship. So that was pretty cool.
Nice.
I hold that record. I'm just waiting for Guinness Book of World Records to acknowledge that, but I did do that. And then that's pretty much it. I mean, there's more to it. I don't want to bore you guys telling you guys about my vacation, but
now, what was your favorite alien food on the ship?
Oh man, I mean, the food there was good. I mean, it's not like super gourmet. I would say probably like 8 out of 10. It's very good. But the presentation of it was awesome. I mean, I have a lot of pictures that I'll post soon, but they made it look like weird alien food, stuff like that. I think one of the coolest things is having the blue milk. You know, blue milk is famous from Star Wars. So they had like unlimited blue milk, which basically tasted like a smoothie,
right?
Basically. And then they had all these galactic cocktails that were pretty cool that you could have at the bar. So that was kind of cool. They're basically like fancy tiki drinks outside of a tiki cup. That's basically what it is. But the whole thing was just awesome.
How are you entertained at night then on a Starcruiser?
So you go on missions. From the moment you get on board the Star Cruiser. They give you missions to go through, and that will keep you busy from in the morning all the way till like 10 o'clock at night. They have
Really?
you, yeah, they have you going on these different missions and different activities too. Like there's Star Wars. I mean, there's lightsaber training. There's making your own lightsaber, making your own droid. There's you can go onto the bridge and pretend to pilot the ship, things like that. So there's activities and there's missions that keep you busy till about 10 o'clock at night.
Jeez.
And then at 10 o'clock at night, they let you hang out at the bar until like 1 o'clock. So you're hanging out at the bar, you're playing sabacc. There's like an electronic version of sabacc that you can play, having drinks, hanging out with the characters, the cast members that are in character, like the captain of the ship, stormtroopers, Imperial officers, things like that. So that's pretty cool. And then honestly, you just get so tired from running around all day that you go to bed, fairly early, I guess, and then you wake up the next day and you do it all over again.
And like when you're in bed, can you see like the window and you see like asteroids floating around and things like that?
Yeah, so they do have this big view screen window where you can see out into space. And honestly, that's probably like the best part of the entire ship because it's so beautiful how you can just kind of like stare out into space and see these different planets going by and different starships and things like that. So that was pretty damn awesome. But it's nice. Like, since it's like a screen, it kind of lights up. So you have to turn it off before you go to bed. But it was pretty cool. And then it's so peaceful there because it's not like you're on a main street or anything. So you don't hear cars go by. You don't hear anybody else. It feels like you're really in space because it's just completely quiet. Once the lights go off, it's completely quiet. And then you can just like rest there and go to sleep in peace.
Now, does the ship ever get attacked?
Yes. So part of the storyline is like you go onto the bridge and you're practicing on the bridge, and then the ship will get attacked, and then you have to like man your stations basically, and shoot the ships that are going by and do all these different things like man the shields and things like that. And that experience was totally awesome because the bridge is they did this whole thing where it looks like you're on the bridge of any type of starship, right? And the details are really cool, so you get to press a lot of buttons and things like that. So that was pretty awesome.
Oh wow! And does it like move and everything too? The entire ship?
No, it doesn't. Like that's the one thing. It doesn't like move or anything like that. But you feel it. Like they have loudspeakers for the sounds, and then the cast members that are there trying to like get you in the spirit of things, they're like shouting at you, so it's a little bit of a stressful situation, but it's pretty cool. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah. So everything, like if you can suspend your belief and pretend like you're actually on a starship, it is so much fun. It is like totally well done. A lot of people are like critiquing the ship for different things, but for me, I had a great time. So I would highly recommend it for anybody that would be able to go on a trip out there. It's totally worth it. I would definitely go again, probably not within a year, just because I know the storyline now. Okay. But I would definitely, if they ever change the storyline, or if enough time passed where I would forget some of the details, I would totally go again, just because, and not just to do the storyline, but just to relax on the ship because it was just so much fun. Yeah.
Nice. And most importantly, did your brother have a good time?
Oh yeah, my brother loved it. Believe it or not, he's more of a Star Wars fan than me, if you can believe that. So it was actually his idea to go on the Star Cruiser. So it was a nice bonding experience for me and my brother to spend a lot of time together because we're older and we have our own families and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool for us to be there, and he was totally into it. He was into it more than me because he was like doing he was doing every storyline. For me, I kind of wanted to just kind of chill out and hang out at the bar a little bit and not do as many of the storylines, but he's like, no, we gotta go. So here's another thing, is like everybody dresses up. Everybody's so hardcore there that if you don't dress up in full cosplay, you feel out of place, right? You feel out of place. So I actually had to wear my Jedi outfit, and I had my another outfit that I was wearing the entire time there, and it really added to the immersive experience of being there. So totally awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, so I loved every moment of it.
I guess we're gonna sell some more superfractors so we can all go there.
I know, right? Definitely. We need to get the Superfractor Club to all go out there together. I think it'd be awesome. Okay,
great.
so we'll move on for that. I'll answer questions about that later, guys. If
Okay.
you have any questions, just put it in the chat, and we'll definitely get to your questions. I want to, but I don't want to bore you guys too much. Shall we go over mail days real quick before we get into the Burbank discussion?
Let's do it.
Okay, what kind of stuff?
Mail day, pickup days. Well, I just got this back. I won this in auction from Probstein. As you all know, I've been picking up some Simpsons autos, and so I got Homer next, the auto from the 10th anniversary Inkworks. There's the redemption one, and this is the.
You got that from Probstein? I was bidding on one of those, but it was
it
was a graded version. That's not the one.
Yeah, the 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was trying to get that one and I lost it, so I got the
that one.
Graded. But I wanted to get this one because many of them he's signs his autograph over the symbol, so I'm trying to get it where he's signing it over the white part. So that was very important to me where he signed it. So I got that one, and so I've been getting those. So Nancy Cartwright's on my next list. I don't have her yet. So I'm trying to get Bart.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Bart Simpson. She's on my next hit list. Next, I've been waiting for one of these. They've never popped up, but it's the rookie autograph of Dean Ambrose, aka John Moxley, who is now the unified AEW World Champion, who just beat CM Punk in 3 minutes, and I guess he'll be defending the championship belt this weekend at All In Chicago on Sunday night. So there's going to be a lot of wrestling this weekend. I'm going to have to watch late at night when my girlfriend's asleep when we come back from whatever we're doing at friends' barbecues. So I'll be watching this Sunday, and I'll be watching Clash at the Castle on Saturday night. So a lot of wrestling coming up. Speaking of no more wrestling, I've got this back from grading. It's believe it or not, I found a Cody Rhodes rookie autograph, which are super hard to find, and I got this one graded. Came back a PSA 9, autograph 10. I picked this up. Speaking of the Burbank Card Show, autograph Dave Grohl of the Foo Fighters and also formerly of Nirvana. I've been buying these bad boys. We'll talk about it more on the card show, but I sell these like hotcakes. This is one of my most popular items at every single card show I go to. As you know, Dan, it is Snoop Dogg. That's his rookie card from the 1995 Panini Smash Hit set. Also, here is Daenerys Amelia Clark, 2021 Pop Century. Actually, I got this one, bought it graded. Came back at PSA 10. This is 1 out of 6 silver crystal. Another one, a blue Hulk Hogan autograph, numbered out of 49, graded PSA 10. What a beauty. Here's a SGC 10 X Factor John.
Those are your Burbank pickups.
Sorry, Burbank pickups. Yes, you know. Yes, yeah. Burbank pickups. I'm mixing them all up together. This is not a Burbank pickup. This is my mail day pickup. PSA 1. I just want to own one of these. I know it's going to be poor. I just want to own one of Andre the Giant Wrestling All-Stars, but it's a beauty. Love it. I own one finally. And I do own some sports, folks. Since I'm in LA, I had to get one. And I got this one off Star Stock, and I finally, after a year, got the card back, sent it into grading because it was like whatever those grades they do, you know, the raw, how do they do it? Like grade A or B or whatever it was. So I got the best grade, and hopefully it would come back at PSA 10, and luckily it came back a PSA 10. Here's another Burbank pickup I have. It's a Taylor Swift. I know you own the rookie of them. You sold that one like, what, a month ago?
Mm-hmm. In Dallas.
In Dallas. But this was the 2021 Pop Century Medal of autograph of Taylor Swift, not the rookie. This is like 10 years later.
Okay, how much did you pay for that?
Oh, just a couple $100.
Because that is, if I'm not mistaken, that is actually a cut from her.
It's a cut
her album.
Yes, correct.
Her album, right?
Yes.
Man, you know what's interesting is,
and then they graded it. They slabbed it.
okay, you could actually buy a slabbed version of the entire album. I think PSA does that. I've seen those before. I don't know how much they go for, but I wonder how it compares to the price of that.
Yeah, I know. I don't know. We'll have to check because they do have a lot of those listed. Then I got some more pickups. I got out of the new select. I picked up the Braun Breaker, numbered out of 49. There's a horizontal card of Braun Breaker who's still on NXT, and this is who is this? Is it Scott Steiner or Rick Steiner's son? I forget which Steiner's son is this. Rick Steiner's son. Thank you. And then Io Shirai, or who I think she's Io Sky now. She's part of the Bailey crew now. So I picked these up from Kelly Wiggum, who was at the show, Mr. Softball. These Transcendent ones. These are nice pickups with Dakota Kai, also a Transcendent card. And then Scarlett, who's with Karrion Kross. Another Io Sky, who now, she was Shirai. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Here is the Karrion Kross Transcendent. So I just bought a bunch of these. And then this is kind of cool. This is a white prism of Hulk Hogan from the new Select, numbered out of 99. And then I thought this was kind of cool. This was a non-circulated Transcendent of Sasha Banks that was not released, that I got from Kelly. That was pretty cool. And hopefully, I think they're coming back very soon, back to the WWE with oh gosh, totally blanked out. Well, what's her face? Who is she? The tag team partner?
Naomi.
Thank you. And that's my melody. Oh, and I got one more. This is the a card that I did a break with Mama Breaks, and she brought this back with me. This Anakin Skywalker from the Finest Gold.
Oh, that's cool. So she gave that to you?
Yeah, I did that with the break with her on IG Live.
Oh, awesome.
That's it.
Awesome.
Your turn.
All right, what do I have here? All right. Starting off with The Simpsons, since we're talking about that. I'm starting. Let me just tell you guys, The Simpsons. Yes. If you guys don't know, back in like late '90s, they had a toy line of Simpsons called Playmates, made by Playmates, World of Springfield toys, and I had the entire collection of these toys. I loved them so much. I must have had over 100 of the figures, something like that, right? There was like almost the entire collection. They made every character you could imagine. And I was such a huge Simpson fan back in the day. And then I sold those off just because, they were just so cumbersome to move. Because I had them all in the same in package. I didn't open any of them. They're all mint on card. And they were like 3 gigantic moving boxes of figures. And I was at a point in my life when I thought I wasn't going to collect anymore. So stupid. And then I sold them off, right? And I look back on it now and I kind of regret it because I love The Simpsons so much. Anyways, so now I'm starting to get back into buying a little bit of Simpson memorabilia here and there, trying to find some of the cards and things like that. But anyways, one of the pieces I picked up, if you saw it on my Instagram, was this. This is a, what do you call this? This is like a German cuckoo clock, right?
Yeah.
This is a jar of pickles and this is a beer.
Like a Moe's beer.
I just haven't taken it off the plastic yet because this is straight from the box. I opened it, guys, brand new condition, and I opened it up because I need to have this in working condition. This is what it does, okay? This is what it does. Pay attention to this red door here. I'm going to press the demo button.
Yes.
So every time on the hour, this is my cuckoo clock in my room now.
You going to hang that up?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So I picked this up. I love The Simpsons, so that's something fun I picked up I want to share with you guys here. I got to put it down somewhere. Okay. So there's that.
Dan's room's a giant toy room, folks, if y'all want to know. That room.
Yeah. It's getting pretty bad, guys. It's getting pretty bad. I used to, believe it or not.
It's not bad. It's good.
I used to use this room. I actually did my work. This was my home office. And I used to actually do work in this room.
You did not.
But now it's just like it looks like a storage room for a toy store or collectible store. I've got shit everywhere. And my desk, look at my desk. Like this is the desk that I actually used to work on. I've got
don't show. Oh my gosh, you show behind the scenes here. Oh
yeah,
my
I got
goodness.
all these cards that I'm processing there.
I can't believe you went there.
I can't even work there anymore. But yeah, I've got a problem. I've got to find. I just bought a new bookcase, so hopefully that will be able to organize things a little bit there. But it's looking like a hoarder's room right now, guys. So I got to work on that. I'm not proud of it. But anyways, okay. Next thing is I picked up this really cool. This is 1993 Marvel Masterpiece Omega Red PSA 10.
Ooh, whoa! Bring it over to your name is blocking it. There you go. Now lower it down. I want to see what the. Oh, that's so cool. Okay.
So anytime I can pick up 1993.
Okay.
So this is 1992.
Cool. Okay.
Okay. This is Series 2, 1993. Anytime I can pick up these Marvel Masterpieces PSA 10s for a good price, I'll pick them up. Omega Red is one of my favorite characters, so pretty cool card. So pick that up in the mail. Picked up, before I get to my Burbank thing, I'll show you guys what I have here. This is a pretty big one. This was a pretty big purchase for me.
Let's see. What is it?
I'm not sure I'm prepared to show you guys this. Whatever. I'll just show you guys.
Oh,
okay.
Can't resist. What? Can't. Walt Disney?
Yeah, it's a Walt Disney cut auto that I recently won off of eBay.
Ooh,
so
boy.
check that out. And look how huge it is. Look, it's like the size of my
I can tell because you can tell it's a jumbo encapsulation.
So, yeah, beautiful signature. I'm very big on Disney, Walt Disney, Mickey Mouse right now. So you guys will see me pick up a lot of these things. So got that. That's pretty cool. Very rare item. Okay. And then I'll tell you about my Burbank pickups real quick here.
Okay.
So, Burbank, I picked up a bunch of these Spider-Man boxes. I ripped one last night and I flipped a whole bunch of them at Burbank. So this product is red hot.
Yeah, he was terrorizing everybody with his boxes.
I love this product. This is a great release. I'm gonna probably rip another one. We'll see. But if you haven't got on this train yet, you might want to look into it. It's a lot of fun. Pulled a lot of cool cards out of there last night. I pulled like 9 hits. These are all my hits that I pulled from that box.
Oh, let's see, like some of them, like just singles.
The sketch card of Wolverine.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's a pretty cool Wolverine.
They have these grandiose ones that are like kind of like a Wave or Mojo refractors.
Spidey?
Yeah, Spider. It's Mayday Parker. It's Peter Parker's daughter.
Okay, gotcha. It's a new character.
Yeah, they have like gold cards in there. They're not numbered, but they're gold. So I pulled a Hulk.
Okay, it's not a PMG. It's just gold.
Yeah. I also pulled another gold of Miles Morales.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. They have numbered parallels. So this is an orange one of Madam Web. This is out of 25.
Oh, nice.
Okay. They have these metal cards. They call it Planet Metal. So this is the lizard there. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, wow.
They've got these die-cut acetate palladium.
So Dr.
Palladium
Strange?
Cards. Yeah.
What's it called? Palladium?
Palladium, yeah. So those are pretty cool.
What's what was like the odds of some of those? Do you know?
I think per box it's 2 or 3 golds per box.
Okay.
2 of these grandiose cards per box. And I don't know about the numbered ones. I don't know about, but I think I got lucky. I think I got a pretty good box.
Okay.
So got that from our good friend Donald, the show locator, gave me this. Gave me this.
Look at that's
the Ultimate Warrior poster.
That's what Dan does when he comes home at night. He does that flex, takes his shirt off.
Oh yeah, every
so
time.
His family can check him out in the mirror.
Got that. And then my show pickups from Burbank is I was able to pick up Gold Digging Hour Deal. Mike Tyson,
getting that
PMG.
One. I remember that.
Anytime I can pick these up, these cards are so rare. Anytime I can pick this up, any grade, I go for it. So got this one. That was pretty cool. This is the CSG case. It's a really nice case. It looks cool. But, you know, the thing about these slabs is like the question we should all ask with all these grading companies is, do they give you a premium in value, right? Do they do it or not? Because they all look nice. HGA, CSG, SGC, the new one that was at Burbank, TAG, TAG,
Yeah,
they
have
all
a
look
nice
nice.
case. Yes.
Any card in a slab looks good, right?
Right.
But do they add a premium value so I don't know. I don't know the market for CSG. I'm probably going to crack this and put it into PSA, but we can talk about that for sure.
Exactly.
So there's that. And then I was very lucky where some guy came up. His name's Franklin, I believe. He brought me this Superfractor Ewok Warrior Superfractor 101. Maybe one of my new favorite cards. Look at that.
You picked that up right before dinner?
Yes, I did. So got that. So now I have 5 Superfractors. Dare I say, I may have the largest Superfractor collection out there publicly.
Show off.
from Star Wars Galaxy. From Star Wars Galaxy, I may have the largest
Galaxy Chrome, right?
Yeah, Galaxy Chrome. I may have the largest collection of Superfractors. I've got 5 publicly.
5 that you're holding on to right now.
Yeah, so there may be somebody out there that has more, but nobody has actually shown it to the world or anything like that. So until that happens, I will claim the title of the Superfractor King. That's just something I just made up right now.
Someone just messaged me for another one, Dan. It's in a HGA slab.
Oh, for you to get it? Okay.
Yes.
You should get it because you need to have one.
Did they message you?
No, not yet. But
they want to know how much they should sell it for. Okay. I'm like, I don't know. It's the Palpatine one.
I don't know. Like, who knows? We can definitely talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it later.
So got that, and then the last thing I'll show off here. I'll show off a couple things here. I got these cool vintage 1930s Mickey Mouse postcards from our friend Stefan, my sports hunter. He's always getting this vintage Disney stuff. So got these. These are pretty cool. They're like postcards. They're from France. Oh shoot, they're from France, and they're dated too, so they're pretty cool.
Was that from Stefan?
Yeah. Okay. Anything vintage Disney, guys. I'm telling you, it's hot.
Where did he pick those up from? Like the National or something?
He goes on eBay and the National and in dollar boxes. A lot of these things, they're not that expensive, so you can pick them up. And what's cool about these, I like these. They have actually writing on them.
Oh wow, real postcards. Wow.
Yeah, so it tells a little bit of story. It gives a little bit of history about what this is. So pretty cool stuff. So got that. And then, this is part of the mail day too. My new friend Matt Damasi, he's an artist that he does these mosaic art pieces of like comic book covers and sports cards, and they're so good that they actually make them into comic book variant covers.
What?
So this is a Wolverine with an 86 flare border that he made. This is an actual piece of art that he made, and then Marvel licensed it to make it an actual comic variation. So there's that. So I want to give this guy some love. This is Punisher's first appearance, Spider-Man right there. I think number 15, right? Amazing Spider-Man number 15. Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what this is called. So he makes these. So go check him out on Instagram, guys. He goes by Shattered Comics on Instagram. He's got a lot of these cool things. I think this, if I can find one of these that was graded 9.8, I'll probably pick it up. But I think these are super cool. And he does like commissions and stuff like that. He also does sports. So check him
okay. Out. He does sports. And And where can we find him again? What's his name?
Instagram Shattered Comics.
Shattered Comics?
Yeah, Shattered Comics on Instagram. So
it's Shattered Comics on Instagram. Yeah. Okay, just Shattered Comics.
Yeah, and then something I didn't tell a lot of people, but I on the last day of the Burbank Sports Card Show, when I left Burbank, I actually went to the Power Rangers Morphin Con convention.
I could not believe him when he told me that after the show.
So I picked up a couple like little fun things. I was only there for like half an hour, but I picked up Power Rangers. Anybody that grew up in the 90s, you love Power Rangers. Okay, so I got these things. And then they were selling other things, and I thought this was really interesting. So I got this. This is like a Zord, right? Robot. Yes. shaped like French fries. So yeah, so that's what this thing is. If you guys want to see what it looks like when it transforms, it's like that. It's a little robot.
Oh wow.
And then if you turn him like this, he like vibrates. So
Oh my
just
goodness.
something fun to pick up. Anything else? I think that is it. So before we go into discussing Burbank here, I just want to do a couple plugs here. I know that you have a new partnership with Graded Guard.
Yeah,
Their official guy. So do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's like I just got I couldn't show these cards off right now because I'm going to be doing a video of it because I've been cracking a lot of slabs from HGA and CSG and BGS that don't have subgrades. So I've cracked them all, and a lot of them are arriving. A lot of them arriving this week, actually, and a lot of them not only just regular express, but a lot of my economies got done in a week, which is really weird. And when I opened them up, Graded Guard has an in sleeve inside the boxes. So congrats for Graded Guard for getting their thing inside their PSA box, the graded boxes. Mm-hmm. So that's great news for them. And I was selling Graded Guards all this weekend at the Burbank Card Show. And let me tell you, I'm glad I did because it was a huge success. From the beginning on Thursday when the show opened up at 6 p.m. for the VIP preview night, people came to my table and I was super busy selling Graded Guards till the show closed on Sunday. It was nonstop selling Graded Guards. I mean, I must have had three and a half cases of it, and I mean, we got pretty wiped out of them. So that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Graded Guard is a supporter of our channel. So now Merlin is the official one of a dealer of Graded Guard. So if you guys need any, contact Merlin. He'll hook you up with that. Let's not forget about Slab Mags. Slab Mags is also a supporter of our channel. So we've got a good partnership with them. And I have a new announcement.
Okay, what's that? I can't wait to hear.
Stand-up displays. They're the guys that make the stand that you see me display all my cards for. This is a comic stand that they make.
I was wondering. Okay,
this one holds comics.
I thought that was a router.
Yeah. So they are. I have a new partnership with them. So I have a discount code that you guys can use. It's Curator. So just use that on their site and you get a little discount. So check that out. Great way to display your cards. You'll be seeing me talk a little bit more about them in the future, but Stand Up Display is a new supporter of our channel. So go check them out, guys.
Okay.
All right. Okay, let's get into Burbank. All right. Tell me your thoughts as a vendor setting up at Burbank. Tell me your thoughts going into the show and your experience there, and now your overall impressions of what they were able to accomplish.
It exceeded expectations. I will say that. I mean, it wasn't the National, it wasn't Dallas, but all the complaining we have been doing about Southern Cal shows, the way they promoted the show as a national show, they definitely did a great job. The only thing is they over exceeded their what they thought they could do, and because of that, there were way more people than that venue could hold. Which is some of these people, they had to wait in line for over 2 hours to get inside. I mean, that's good, but people had to wait, and sometimes the traffic just for the cars to get in had to wait too. But it was great. I mean, I sold a lot of more low and mid-tier range cards. I sold the hell out of Graded Guard. So, I mean, it was way better than any other SoCal show I've done all year long. And because a lot of people came from all over the country. I mean, I saw people that we've met in, Dallas and Atlanta and Chicago, even, Toronto, the National, Vegas, up north, in the Bay Area, everywhere we've been, they were all here for this show. So it was pretty surreal seeing all those people coming up to say hello to me. But it was a huge success. They just need a bigger venue next time.
Mm-hmm. Were you able to sell a lot in terms of making profit compared to, let's just say, Dallas?
Not as much, like I said, not as much as Dallas, but still much better than have done in Southern California. I had, pretty much wiped out. I was hoping much of my restock was going to arrive in time from PSA, and it didn't. Unfortunately, all my stuff got graded on Monday, so I'm gonna have all that stuff ready for Dallas, and that's okay. But I did pretty good, so
Was it
I'm okay.
worth the cost of the table?
It was an expensive table, but thankfully, Graded Guard helped me with the table for selling Graded Guard, so
Mhm.
it was okay. They split the table cost with me, and that helped me a lot. So
Interesting.
it helped me make a profit. So I did
Yeah.
make a pretty good profit, and a lot of my bigger sales end up happening on Sunday. But I did make a profit, and it was definitely worth it for me being there, and I will do it again. And it was a great networking experience. I got some really good content. I had my really good friend Rich that came and helped me because I can't lift anything because my neck issue and stuff, so I can't pick up anything. And you weren't there, so I had him help me. And I had Mo also help me too, Paper Jim. So thank those guys a lot. But you end up being there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So I had your company, your energy anyway. So thank you.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. What was your biggest sale there in terms of dollar?
Uh,
Single sale.
I sold, believe it or not, it was kind of weird. I sold two Zendaya cards from the Spider-Man, which ran about $750, $800. That's
Okay,
about
not
it.
bad.
So
Yeah, not bad.
nothing really over the $1,000,
Yeah.
but that was about it. But a lot of my sales were around the 100 to $400 range. But I sold a
Interesting.
lot of that. I must have sold I sold 7 Snoop Dogg rookies in the 100 200 range. I sold like 2 Nirvanas. Just a lot of more low to mid tier stuff, but it all added up. Pennies add the dollars.
Yeah. Yeah. That's interesting because, one of the reasons that I don't do local shows here in Southern California anymore is because I feel like it's so saturated. We're spoiled. We have, believe it or not, guys, if you don't live here in Southern California, we have a show every weekend. Every
Mhm.
weekend there is a show, and there's like 5 or 6 or maybe more major promoters that hold like big, 100, 150, 200 table shows here every month, right? So it's you've probably heard me and Merlin kind of complain about this, is like one of the reasons we go to these out of state shows is just to get out of the market because it's a little bit stale. A lot of people here, they don't buy a lot of big cards. A lot of people try to trade, and there's a lot of like, it's very competitive here in terms of like people trying to flip and buy based off of margin on cards here. So we just don't do these local shows
No.
very much anymore. And then we thought, Burbank, going into Burbank, it's like, how was that going to be any different? Because it's going to be like the same people that we see all the time here in SoCal. How is it going to be any different? So going into the show, one of the reasons I didn't do it is just because I was coming back from the vacation and I didn't want to be rushed. And I needed a little bit of a break. But I just didn't think that it was going to be anything different than what we're normally used to seeing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when I got there, man, I will admit, when I got there, immediately I saw that the vibe of this show was unlike any other SoCal show.
So true.
Ever.
So true.
Ever. Okay. I'll put that out there. I was wrong. I was wrong in terms of my assumptions on how the show was going to be, because like you said, it was packed. They had a pretty good venue. I mean, the venue was like 250 size, the size of for 250 tables is what I heard. And that thing was packed, man. It's like, definitely like it gave you, I don't know, like it gave you like Black Friday vibes in terms of just the amount of people
It felt
there.
like the shows when we came back
Yeah.
out of the pandemic lockdown.
Yes. Yeah, there were just so many people. And like you said, there was like a line out the door around the corner, people waiting over an hour just to get in the hot sun too, no less.
Yeah.
That's how much people wanted to get in there. So for me, like, I was very surprised by the vibe. I think, actually, I'll say it, I think that the vibe there rivals Dallas in terms of the
Mm-hmm.
energy and the amount of people looking to do deals. And I saw a lot of people from out of state at the show that we normally don't see. A lot of people
True.
from out of state, from like Arizona, Ohio, New York, Florida, Tennessee, Texas, all over the place, right? So that part was really cool. I was not set up, so I can't necessarily speak to the vendor side. I don't know, like, that's why I was asking you about like what's your largest transaction, because I was wondering if the attitude was the same where people were buying low dollar cards or if people were spending major money at the show.
And don't forget, I did also sell a lot of Star Wars Galaxy Chrome in the $200 to $600 range. I must have sold.
But we know cards. A lot of people are spending, under $500 a card, right? We know we've seen that trend lately. So I was wondering if people were handing out, thousands of dollars to buy cards and things like that. So that's something interesting that I'm paying attention to. But I will say, just from the experience of being an attendee, I was able to walk the show. I had a lot of fun walking the show. I haven't done that in a long time, to be honest. And just seeing the amount of cards there were definitely some big cards there at the show. I picked up those. I showed you guys the pickups that I had there. But from my experience walking the show, it was a lot of fun because there was different people there. There were a lot of great cards. The way they organized everything was really cool. There's some logistical problems that I think they need to work on aside from getting a better venue, but like the parking was a little bit of an issue, things like that. It was really hot in that room.
It did. It got pretty warm.
Yeah, really hot from my experience. The lighting was not great, things like that. But overall, I would say that they nailed it. Those organizers, Dynasty Mode, EJ, Burbank Sports Card, Rob, the Card Father, those guys, and then Jay. They definitely nailed it. I hope that they do it again, but I hope that they do it like once every like 3 months or more. I think that if they do it, it will build up enough demand where
do you think they will
come. I heard somebody told me twice a year. That's what they said.
Okay,
twice a year.
That's good.
As long as they don't do it every month or every 2 months, I think that they're going to be good. Yeah, because then it's going to get stale again. But definitely was a huge success. I definitely enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself so much, guys, that I originally planned to go Friday. And I was just
that's what he said.
Yeah, I was just going to stay a few hours on Friday. I ended up staying till most of trade night. Then I got a little bit FOMO and I came back on Saturday and I had an even better day on Saturday. I was even selling cards too. Like, I was able to make money even though I wasn't set up there and get some great deals. And then I had so much fun on Saturday that I stayed for trade night also, that I came back for Sundays. So basically I should have set up. I should have just set up, but
3 days.
But I had fun hanging out with all the guys and everything like that. And it was such a great vibe, like the camaraderie. I don't know if you felt this, but the camaraderie among everybody in the hobby is just like everybody's there to have a good time. Everybody's like nice to each other, helping each other. It was just great. It was just great to be part of that.
No, I mean, even my buddy who came with me to help me, he didn't know anything about cards, never met any of these people before. My buddy Rich, and he had a blast. He just said he was just amazed about the community and how everyone was so nice and so warm and just so responsive to him, and just everybody was talking to him as if they had known him forever, and he just really enjoyed it. He had a blast, and he didn't know anything about cards.
Yeah,
and he learned so much.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that if they do it again and they can replicate it and maybe just build on what they did for the first show, it's going to be one of the top shows in the country. I mean, Dallas is still king. We are going to Dallas next week. So let's give.
Can't believe it's already next week.
Yeah. Let's give respect to Dallas. Dallas is the king right now. But I mean, it's got potential to be big. So the next one, whenever the next one is, probably not till next year. Definitely try to make plans to go there. I think it'll be a great time.
Yes, definitely. I mean, there were some people who were these professionals who were actually card show hopping. They were actually coming to the Burbank Card Show for a few days. Then they hopped over to the Denver show. I don't know what it was called. Was it called the Denver Card Show? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
And they went for Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, I heard mixed results about that show. I heard it was not as great. I think basically anybody who was anybody in the hobby went to the Burbank show. Like all the content people went there. All the big names, everybody was there. It was the place to be this weekend for sure.
Definitely, most
Yeah,
definitely. I mean,
and
it
you know
had a
what?
great
Yeah,
vibe, it had great
yeah.
energy. I mean, you just felt it in the air.
Yeah, I do feel like I mean, I had some pretty big sales because I was flipping some wax
Yes, you were.
there. But I do feel like maybe if I would have set up, maybe I would have had a hard, maybe I would have had a similar experience like you selling a bunch of like low end cards, lower dollar
Mhm.
cards, something like that. I don't know. But the fact that we don't have to travel and we don't have all those extra added expenses on there because it's local to us, I think that makes a huge, huge deal.
Yeah, because I mean, the last few shows that we did locally, it was just like crickets, though. It was just like
I won't
nobody's
do it.
buying anything from us, because
Yeah.
we usually have a lot of pop culture cards more than anything else, and that's in Southern California, people just kind of look at it and just admire it and then go
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, but I will say this too. Two things that
What's
I
that?
noticed. Star Wars is still hot.
Yes,
A
I
lot
do
of people
agree.
asking about Star Wars. A lot of people had Star Wars, so Star Wars
Mhm.
is still hot. Very cool.
I sold a
And
lot of Star Wars.
Spider-Man Metal, it released that week. It released just a couple days before the show, and it was like one of the most in-demand products that they had there. I bought a case and I bought 6 boxes and I sold them all
Yeah,
except for
as
the
soon
two.
as you laid it on
Yeah,
our table, people were like, "How much for that?"
yeah, except for the one box that I kept to rip, I
Okay.
sold all of them, and I sold them for big money too. So
It
like I
was
was
like
able to,
a
yeah,
magnet, dude. As soon
yeah,
as you
and it
laid it on
was
our table,
man,
everybody saw it and was like, "How much you want for
right,
that? How much you want for that?"
yeah, yeah. So Spider-Man Metal, man. If you get a chance, try to get into it. If it continues to go up in price, I don't know if I would be spending that much money on boxes. Like if it goes more than 650, that's still pretty high. But it's got some good stuff in there for sure. One thing I want to talk about though, I've seen blasters. I've seen blasters show up on Target. Those blaster boxes, they're going for like they sold out at $30, and now people are flipping them on eBay for like $60, $70.
So double.
Tho- those blasters don't have PMGs. Okay, guys. So be aware of that.
Really?
They don't have PMGs. So unless if you're hunting for PMGs, don't buy that stuff. Go buy them directly on eBay or go buy the hobby box. Okay, but don't get stuck on those blaster boxes because they don't have the same inserts. Okay.
Oh, also speaking of, we were like at the was it the coffee breakers? And
Uh
they
huh.
had all the PMGs lined up. That woman did, and she
Yeah,
even had the gold Spider-Man 1-on-1 that Spidey Hits
that's
owns that we,
okay.
held
Let's
at the Culture Collision.
let's talk about this. Let's talk about
Okay.
this for a second. Okay. So the coffee breakers, they had this booth, and in the booth had a display case, and behind the display case was this woman. I forget what her name, Raina or something like
Yes,
that.
yeah, I think it was Raina, a
Something like
young
that.
woman,
Okay.
yes.
So a woman, right? Which we don't see that much in the hobby. Let's be real,
Right.
right? And she claimed that was her collection, and
Mhm.
she had an entire 2017 Rainbow Spider-Man from gold all the way to bronze,
Right.
basically. She had the whole
The whole
thing.
rainbow.
Okay, the whole rainbow, probably over $1 million. Okay, if you want to value that gold as high as some people are saying, it's probably over $1 million. Okay, it was very strange because when I asked her, I said, "Oh, who are you with on Instagram?" And she's like, "I don't have an Instagram." I was like, "Oh, okay. You collect these? These are your cards?" She's like, "Yes, it's my cards." Okay. Are you with Coffee Breakers? No, I'm just renting out the space from them. Very mysterious. Very
Yes.
mysterious.
I
And you know what's
interviewed her and I got the
yeah.
same thing too.
And you know what's interesting is that gold Spider-Man 1 of 1 that belongs to Spidey Hits. That's his card.
Yes.
Now, as far as I know, he has not completely sold it. I think he sold a share of it to somebody. So I thought it was just very strange. It's like I don't know if this girl, if she's the actual owner and she's just very private, or if she's a front man for some other person or anything like that.
Is she a PR or a girlfriend of Steve Aoki's or someone?
I don't think I don't know. I don't know. It's very mysterious. It's very mysterious to see them display it like that too. So
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what they're planning. If I'm gonna put my conspiracy theory hat on, I'll say that maybe we're gonna get a push of Marvel cards hitting the market pretty soon. Maybe
Okay.
you might see some go to golden auction or something like that. So maybe they're just promoting it and she's the front man of that. But very, very mysterious. It's very mysterious to meet somebody at a card show with amazing cards that have them on display for the public, that has no Instagram, that has never been public before, and just kind of like very modest about that collection. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very mysterious.
Yeah. So there was that. So, but anyways, overall, I would say it was just a great experience, and I'm happy that I was able to hang out with you guys, and I can't wait till the next one, and I can't wait for Dallas next week.
I can't wait either, man.
Yes.
I can't wait.
Yes. But
I'll be flying in on Wednesday.
Yeah,
and I got to get there early because my NFL drafts are all that night, so I need to make it to Dallas early so I can get in time.
We'll talk about Dallas next week. There's too much stuff to talk about this week. But before we get into the comments here, anything on your mind that you want to discuss?
No. That's it. I'm just ready for Dallas and ready for the Labor Day weekend rest. And I've got my first neck procedure on Tuesday, so hopefully my neck will be feeling really good for Dallas. I'll be leaving the next day, so hopefully I'll feel really good. I'll be like a new man.
Everybody send your well wishes to Merlin. We want him to feel better. Okay, so that he's ready to go for Dallas.
Yeah, I had a good 2.5 hour acupuncture.
Before we get into the comments here, we got a lot of comments, guys. I'm gonna try to get to all the comments, I promise. But a couple things I want to talk about. A couple things I want to talk about on what bends my corner. Okay, guys.
You figured it out.
I've been waiting for this. Okay, so this is what bends my corner this week, guys. So a couple things. I've been getting a lot of messages from people on Instagram. Okay, I get messages constantly, and I try to respond to as many as I can. But what really bends my corner is when I get messages from people who I don't know who they are, and they just say they send me a picture of a card, and they say, "How much is this worth?" And then that's it. They don't introduce themselves. They don't tell me anything about the card. They just expect me to know the value of the card. It's usually a Star Wars card or a Marvel card or something like that, right? And it's just like, I just don't understand. Like, these people, they don't, like, they want me to look up the eBay comps for them, or like, what is it that they want out of me? But I just think it's not a great way to interact with people on Instagram. Like, if you want something, if you want somebody to help you, you have to at least introduce yourself, say hello, and give a little bit of information about the card. Before you can ask somebody just to kind of like give you some type of appraisal. And I'll just say this: I don't know the price of all the cards out there, guys. I mean, I do the same research everybody else does. Okay, I could give you a top of my head opinion based on no information at all. Okay, but I don't know the price of all these cards, and it's funny to me because like sometimes these people will message me, and I'll just I would respond to them like, oh, I don't know. And they're like, and they get mad at me or something. Or I'll say like, oh, maybe like $100, $200 or whatever. Right. And then they get upset. So I just kind of like stop responding to these people because I can't continue to like give these appraisals for things I have no idea about. But that really bends my corner. And then another thing happened on Instagram where I noticed that people were messaging me, asking me for pictures of my cards that they want to buy, right?
Okay.
So I was like, okay, whatever. And then
I get that a lot.
And then this is when like red flags raised to me. They would ask me, hey, can you take a picture of the card front and back on a piece of white paper, but don't put your name. Don't put your name. Don't coin the card or anything. This is just for me. And then I'll send you payment right away. And obviously that dude is trying to scam me or something like that. He's trying to take my pictures and post them somewhere so that he can say that those are his cards. But it just makes you...
Oh, that's really weird. I've never had that before.
It reminds you that there are a lot of shady people on Instagram. So don't be so don't be so forthcoming with your information, because definitely people will try to scam you. So be aware of that. If you ever find yourself in a situation where you're dealing with somebody and you have a bad feeling or you don't know who they are, ask for some type of reference. Okay. Go to their page, see who follows them, and then message that person if you know who they are and ask them, hey, have you ever done a deal with this guy? Right. Because there are a lot of scammers on Instagram. So we have to be careful. We want to be trusting of everybody, right? We want to do deals with people on Instagram instead of eBay to save money on fees and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But we have to be very careful because there are some bad actors out there that do stuff like that. Okay.
So true. Right. So true.
Yeah. So with that, let's get into the comments here. All right. Say hello to some of our friends.
I think we have several, don't we?
Yeah.
Hey, Ryan. Happy to have you back, fellas. Thanks, Ryan. Glad to be back. David, hey, guys. CV Sports. Adrian, what's up, Horseman? Recovered yet? Yeah, pretty much.
Very fun. Very cool to hang out with Adrian all weekend. He's a good guy. You know.
Check out his channel too. He's got a YouTube channel as well, and he's got, I think, interview of me, and he opened up a box of 99 basketball chrome with Dan. That's on his channel.
I pulled a Kobe insert out of that, probably the hit of the box. So that was cool. Yeah, CV Sports Cards. Check him out on Instagram and YouTube, guys. Try to support him. He's a up and coming content creator, and he's just a good dude in the hobby that we all should get to know. So please try to support him. He's doing a giveaway also on his YouTube channel for 100 subscribers, I think. So go check him out.
Yeah, he hung out with us all weekend as well. Calvin, hey Dan and Merlin, what's up, Calvin? I like your logo. Big John collector's cards. I just finished the Thrawn novel, and now I need all his cards. Yep, get that Galaxy one too.
Thrawn is going to be a big character in the upcoming Ahsoka Tano series, live action.
Yeah,
live action. So, you know, if you want to speculate on his card values and things like that, it might be worth looking into.
Ooh, yes. Bubblegum cardboard collectibles. Merle, did Daps rough you up Outback after the show for selling Superfractor? No, he only got to hang out at the Burbank for about 30 minutes, and then he just like touched me in the morning, then he walked away. But he still shows me the love.
Yeah,
Dan tries to antagonize him though. Dan's always tries to antagonize him and starts to set a fire. Joe Champagne, Dan spent all his money on one-on-ones. Let's start GoFundMe for his Wi-Fi. I totally agree. He needs to sell a Superfractor so he can get better Wi-Fi.
I know, right?
Calvin, hey guys, I'm trying to complete the Padme 2022 Topps Finest Rainbow. Wow. Do you have any in your inventory, or can you keep an eye out for me? Thanks. I haven't even really seen one yet. I haven't opened much Finest to really look at it. Dan, have you?
Finest a Padme? I mean, I opened 4 boxes. I didn't pull any the inserts though, but I'll keep an eye out.
Yeah, I haven't seen one. Ed, evening from H-Town. Yeah, if you could show me if you send me a DM on Instagram so I know what it looks like, send one to me, please. Step in the box. Yes, tenderize me. When do the shirts release? Yeah, Dan. When do we have the curator tenderize me t-shirt?
Okay, so guys, I don't know if I've talked about this before. I just don't promote it. I don't know why I don't promote this, but I do have a merchandise store on my YouTube channel. There's a link somewhere there, and you can buy some t-shirts there. You can buy the Sad Pele shirt. You can buy the Great Curator shirt. You can buy the Great Curator PMG shirt. And I do think I have a shirt on there that says tenderize. I got tenderized by the curator or something like that.
You do?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I think I do.
Man, so I gotta order one then.
But I don't think I've had the store up for like 2 months now. I haven't sold one shirt yet.
Because you haven't been promoting it, Dan.
Yeah. Okay. I need to get on that.
Put it in your description after the show, please.
Yes. Okay. I need to get into that. So if you guys want to buy any shirts, go ahead and buy the shirts. If you come up to me at a show and you have a shirt on, I'll cut you a deal. Frog Lady.
Yeah, I knew you would like that. No, I had that. That's part of my break too.
Oh, cool. Very cool.
I knew you'd love that.
Frog Lady. I have a Frog Lady PC, guys. One of my favorite episodes of The Mandalorian season 2, because it was so funny. She carries her eggs in her a jar on her back, and Grogu is cannibalizing her eggs throughout the entire show, and they don't say anything about it.
Cannibalizing, but he's eating.
They're eggs. Those are her children.
Grogu is not a frog lady. He's
he's eating the eggs, and they don't say anything about it. He ate like 10 of her eggs during the show. Anyways, love that character. Anyways, what was I talking about? Anyways, go check out my show, my merch store, guys. And I am working on a logo. Merlin has been pressuring me to get an actual logo for a while now. So I am working on it. So we'll see.
He needs
we'll
one
see.
so badly.
We will have more merch coming soon, and we need to get like a Between Two Slabs merch.
We need it all, dude. We need
something
so much.
like that.
We need a lot.
So go check that out, guys.
John, I love the show. Thank you, brother. Joseph Gomez, someone needs a few more Zion cases. Yes, he does.
Yeah, I got a lot. I've got like 4 Zion cases, guys. I really love that
2.
product. They make the best cases, in my opinion, in the entire hobby right now. So go check it out. I just bought a giant comics Zion case. That's a new product that they have.
They have them for comics too.
Yeah, they haven't released it on their website yet, but I got an early early one from CollectorCon. So check it out, guys. I do have a discount code for them. Curator gets you 10% off. So go check it out, guys.
Curator gets you 10% off for Zion cases. NorCal Emperor, sup, gentlemen. This is exactly what I needed. Yes, I do too. Yeah. Great to see you both at the show. Did you get your cards back yet? Is that me? You or me? I got my cards. I'm getting my cards back this week.
Yeah, we did see NorCal Emperor. This is Folsom Cards on Instagram. We did see him at the show, so it was really cool to see him. He had this really cool Mandalorian AFA graded figure that he showed me that I was jealous of. I was jealous. He wouldn't do a deal with me, but whatever. I still like the guy.
I bet you loved it. Scarred Face 824. What's up, guys? The hobby looks to be very strong based on the Burbank show. People are much more educated, and there seems to be less and less base stuff in people's showcases nowadays, which is great. Totally agree, man. Totally agree.
We've been saying this for a while because we are in it. We are in the thick of it, guys. We go to shows every month. We interact with people on a daily basis. We have this podcast every week. We're on Instagram every day. We are in the thick of it. We are living this card life. So we can tell you from our own experience that the market is as healthy as you would expect it to be right now, today, based on everything that has happened in the last 2 years. It is as healthy as it can be. It is as the activity level is exactly where it should be, and it's still continuing to grow. There's still a lot of people coming into the hobby, still a lot of people making money, still a lot of people spending money in the hobby. The difference I see here between all the people that are worried about the hobby and all the gloom and doom type people that talk about it is that people are getting smarter. Just like Scarface said here, people are getting smarter. People are no longer buying base Prism PSA 10 cards, right? No. People are no longer grading base cards like they were 2 years ago. So if you have not evolved in the last year with the type of cards that you buy, sell, and trade, then you're gonna be left behind. Okay, but the hobby is definitely getting smarter. So all the people that are in the hobby also need to get smarter. And I am noticing a different shift too, where people are going for more of a collector mindset, where they're buying cards that they like. They're buying rare cards, numbered cards, things like that. And the people that are kind of like shifting and making that pivot, they're still having fun. They're still doing well for themselves. But all the people that are refusing to adapt to change, still trying to make a profit on the cards that they bought at the peak last year or before that, or the people that are still doing the same thing that they were doing in 2021, 2020, those people are going to have a hard time. But everybody else, the people that are keeping up with the ever-changing hobby, they will tell you that it's just as strong as it was, at the peak in 2020.
So true.
Yeah.
This weekend gave me a lot of hope, for the hobby. Even with everything going on with inflation and everything else everybody was worried about, it seemed like it was still going very strong this weekend.
Yeah. I mean, we don't talk about like how to flip and how to make profit a lot. That's not what the focus of our channel is. We talk about more like niche markets where we can enjoy ourselves and things like that, but you can still make money. I mean, like me and you, we buy, sell, and trade like a full-time hustle, right? So that's actually what we do. And you still make money, but you have to be smarter and you have to pay attention to the trends of where the market's going, because it changes, guys. It changes like on a monthly basis. Okay, next.
Adrian, the greatest curator.
That's my new title. After I got acquired. After I acquired my 5th superfractor, I have anointed myself the greatest curator now. Let's see.
David Campos, I sold my PSA Toy Tokyo Green Ranger Funko Pop at the Burbank Card Show. Oh, this weekend you did? Oh, I didn't see it.
Let's talk about this for a second, okay? I, just like many people, have collected Funko Pops over the years. Funko Pops are a huge, huge collectible item.
They are.
I heard that, and PSA has authenticated autographs, and they've encased these Funko Pops as authentic autographs for a little while now. I have heard, and I think that this is verified, that they are going to grade Funko Pops now, the same way these toy companies are grading toys and things like that.
I thought they already were.
I haven't seen one, but I heard that that's what's happening.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a huge influx of interest on Funko Pops when that happens. So be prepared for that, guys. I don't think that I'm going to be partaking in that just because I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
I don't believe it. I think you will.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because it's very addicting. Funko Pops are very addicting. They make a Funko Pop of everything imaginable. If you watched a 1-season show in 1986 of your favorite show as a kid, they make a Funko Pop of it, right?
Exactly.
They make Funko Pops of like characters that had a cameo on a TV show or movie, just like every single thing that you can think of. They make a Funko Pop for. So it can be very addicting to collect that stuff. At one time, I had like 100 Funko Pops, and I was just like, dude, I can't
Where'd
keep
you
up
put
with
them?
this. Exactly. I had them in boxes because they're just too much to display. And I had to quit cold turkey. And I stopped collecting them. I stopped buying them, even though I buy a couple here and there every once in a while. I had to get out of it, but I do not want to go down that graded rabbit hole because it is a slippery slope. But I think that a lot of people will, and it's going to be very interesting to see how that market turns out.
NorCal Emperor, interesting. How much were each vendor table cost? $500 for a 6-foot table.
Yeah, it was expensive.
Super expensive.
That's more than Dallas. That's twice as much as Dallas.
Only holds 3 display cases of a standard size display case that you see at a card show.
Yeah.
Versus 4.
Yeah. So for sure. So but it was a great show. So I think if I had the chance, I would definitely set up and pay that fee.
Rip and list. This Kelly, is this live? Yes, it is. No, it's Memorex.
Yes.
You remember that commercial? Papa Jim. Woohoo! What's up, Papa Jim? We'll see you next week, dude, I hope. Hello, guys. Looking forward to seeing you in Dallas and going to show you my next PC project I'm working on. Safe travels.
Awesome.
We'll see you soon, brother.
Yeah, always good to see Papa Jim.
Always a big smile on his face. Jordan got to see him this weekend too. Dan, I heard that a Miles Morales 101 was pulled from one of the boxes you sold. What? Quite a pull. Was that true, or is he joking?
No, he's just messing with me. He's just messing with me because
he's pulling our chain.
Yeah, because I can never remember his name, so he's always messing with me.
Jordan, Sridhar Shah, love the show. Great insights. What do you think of the market now for a vintage? As I think it will match the stock market going forward, as it's not new stuff.
Well, I've been saying for a long time, vintage is probably the safest play you can make. There's always demand for vintage. The population counts don't rise as rapidly as modern cards, and even like low grade stuff like 1s, 2s, 3s
is liquid.
They're all liquid and they're all desirable. So I think I don't know if they're gonna, I don't like to draw comparisons to the hobby and stock market. I think a lot of people want to frame the hobby in a way where you can compare it to how you would evaluate stocks and things like that, right? I just don't believe in it that way. I mean, yes, there's a lot of transactions and you can chart it and you can look at, you can do an analysis on the sales history and things like that. But it's just like, to me, I think that people are trying to make cards and the hobby too too much like they're like actual financial assets. Well, they are assets, but they're trying to make them too much like they're commodities, right? That are freely traded and that they have a fair market value or things like that. It's different because the hobby is like they're collectibles, right? So collectibles are only worth as much as somebody's willing to pay for it. And I do think that there is a shift from the flipper mentality where people are just like kind of like trading things based off of the last comp to trying to buy more rare cards, which you value differently. So I just don't like to make comparisons like that. I do think that vintage cards are a great investment. I am actually moving. I'm going to be moving probably 30% of my inventory into vintage going forward.
Oh, really?
I'm going to do 70. I'm going to do 70% pop culture cards.
Okay.
And 30% vintage. I'm not going to be buying modern sports cards anymore, unless it's just like a card I really want for whatever reason.
Or if it's like a goat.
Yeah, I'll buy like a Tom Brady rookie, something like that. But I'm not buying any modern stuff. No modern prisms, none of that stuff. I might pick it up for fun or by chance in a trade, but I'm not buying any of that stuff. It's just going to be 30% vintage and 70% pop culture cards, which will include modern cards also, but pop culture related. Yeah. So I definitely think vintage is a play.
David Ventura, can't wait to see you guys in Canada again one day.
Yeah, I don't think
maybe we'll hit Vancouver.
Yeah, I would go to Vancouver for sure. I would not go to Toronto again, just because I just don't think our cards match up well out there. But Canada's a great place to visit for sure. Maybe I'll go there on vacation. I just want to go there for a card show.
I want to go on vacation.
Mm-hmm.
My neighbors are from Toronto, so I like to go with them. Big John collector's cards is best to grade. Is it best to grade Star Wars Galaxy? Well, yes, especially if it's like the lower numbered parallels, superfractors, or the Kurosawa fractors, refractors, or anything like that. Dan?
Yes, of course. So with Star Wars, right? It's just like whenever there's an emerging market for a niche group of cards like Star Wars Galaxy, they're in the beginning, nobody grades them because there's no perceived value with grading it, right? There's not worth spending $50, $100 to grade the card. But as the demand grows, people start to grade the cards, and the graded cards, the first ones that hit the market, command a significant premium because they're their only ones. Yes. That's why you see all these cards, they're like pop 1, pop 2, whatever, right? But as the demand grows and as they have more transactions and people start seeing that graded cards have a premium value attached to it, just like sports cards, you're going to see a flood of people start to grade all these cards. So just pay attention to that. I think right now there's still a very, very low inventory of graded Star Wars Galaxy cards on the market. But if you start seeing them flood the market, then I don't know if it's worth grading like anything that's not super low number, like under 25. And I would not be grading anything that's really rough. If it doesn't come back a 9 or 10, then it's not going to command a premium.
Adrian Merling, your interview is up on my Burbank. Yeah, well, check it out, everyone, on CV Sports Cards channel. Pokey Hello Sports. Good evening, guys. Just saw that Disney is getting into trading card game. They want to rival Magic the Gathering and Pokemon. Crazy. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
And did you know that?
I did not know that, but I've been talking about this for a while. I've been asking, I've been saying, why does Disney not have cards at their theme park and things like that? So
I know. Why don't they?
Interesting that they've made this announcement. So that's something to definitely pay attention to. I definitely think there's a huge opportunity for Disney fans to cross over into the card market once they start marketing it correctly. So interesting.
Oh, nice. CV Sports Cards, Adrian. Thank you, gentlemen. Always so kind to me. Well, you're so kind to us too, Adrian. Yes. Likewise.
Yes, and he just
gave
a donation.
You go.
Yeah. He just gave us a donation to the channel, $50. Thank you very much, Adrian. That helps keep the channel going. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. And you're always welcome to hang out with us at any card show for sure. Big
John Collector's Cards. What's the next product that you're excited for? Well, I think I heard that Mandalorian Chrome is coming out this week. Is that true? Oh, well, besides the Spider-Man Metal universe.
Yeah, right now my focus is on metal because this is a great product. I love it. It's red hot. I don't know what's coming out with Star Wars, but we'll see when that happens.
Patrick, thoughts on the Mantle card that sold for $12.6 million? Well, wow, that's a lot of money. It's pretty exciting.
Right. Well, I think as far as a hobby goes, I feel like, well, let me just say this. I feel like those people, and I'm speculating here. I don't know who buys these cards, right? I don't know who the hell buys these cards. I feel like when people are spending that much money on collectibles, there's probably like some ulterior benefits that they're doing it for, right? Like maybe they're moving one investment that they cashed out on into this investment to avoid taxes. Maybe, there's some things that they're doing. There's other reasons. It's not like somebody wants that card so bad that they have to have it, that they're willing to pay that much money for it. There's probably some other benefits behind it. So I think like on an investor level, when you get like, over like $100,000 on a card, there's like an investor mindset on why people buy stuff like that. But as far as the hobby goes, I feel like it's great. The more sales that we have where they can be publicized to the general public and draw attention to the hobby, and that these cards that we love to collect, that they actually have value, the more people that continue to come into the hobby from that, right? People, their interests are piqued, and then they start researching, and then they kind of go down that rabbit hole and get into the hobby. So I think that's a great sign. Anytime we see these kind of big record-breaking sales is great. Everybody who owns a Mantle 1952 Mantle Tops is like dancing and popping champagne bottles because their cards went up in value. So it's always good stuff. Good thing for the hobby.
How many do you own?
None. I've tried. I wanted to get one. I wanted to get one for a while, but like the PSA 1 goes for like 30 grand, and I'm just.
Oh, it starts off at 30 grand with PSA 1.
Yeah, probably more.
That's the starter one.
It's probably 40 grand now. After this sale, it's probably 40 grand. And I've never paid that much for a card. I don't think I ever will pay that much for a card. I have other things that I'd rather invest my money on, but who knows? I say that now, but if I'm in a position, maybe I'll do it someday. I tried to buy one, actually.
Oh my gosh.
I tried to buy one for $20,000 one time, but the guy said no.
Oh no.
So yeah. And but it's different when you're spending that type of money on a card. It's like really, really investment grade stuff. Like you really have to look at it from an investor mindset rather than a collector mindset. You know what I mean? So just a totally different level to be on.
Leo Solis 510. What's up, y'all? How did you all enjoy the Burbank show? I think it was awesome. Merlin, are you enjoying your 2 wrestling cards you got for me? I sure am, dude. Thank you so much, man. Got a lot of wrestling cards, not just from you, but from everyone else. It was a good weekend for wrestling. Beavis Cards, love your show. Did you guys submit anything in the PSA 18 special? If so, what? And any updates on turnaround? I didn't do any 18 because I don't know how long that would take. I've just been doing regular and economy. Dan,
yeah, I did not submit anything at that level. No.
I don't know how long it takes. If any of you guys out there who are watching have, let us know. Jordan, Dan, what happened to the Phelps you sent to PWCC? Yeah, Dan, that's the Michael Phelps.
Yeah, it's sitting.
PMG?
It's sitting at PWCC right now. It's on their marketplace. It's not at auction. I'm not sending that thing to auction.
That sounds scary.
It's on the marketplace right now. I have it listed at a very high price, and I'm taking offers on it.
Okay, and that's a purple PMG, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, PSA 10.
Michael Phelps.
Yeah.
PSA 10. Wow, and that's a numbered one too, correct?
At a 125, yes.
Okay. David Campos, 2 new Star Wars sets about to release, which is, I know, what, the Mandalorian Chrome and what else?
I'm not sure.
David, what is the other one? Let me know.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan, Merlin, what was your favorite pickup from Burbank? Oh, definitely. I like the Hulk Hogan blue auto and the Amelia Clark silver crystal auto.
Awesome.
CV Sports Cards. I subbed 36 cards. It's 42 days in at grading level now.
Awesome.
And it's great. And yeah, so you don't know how much longer that's going to take. Probably another 40
so
days.
I think we got to all our comments there. So let's wrap it up. I got to go have dinner with family here.
It's an hour and a half, right?
And anything else you want to talk about this week?
No, I'm gonna probably put some of the videos up from the Burbank show, so be on the lookout for that. Like I said, it was crazy because PSA just rated almost all my cards this week. The regular, express, and economy all in a week. It was really odd, but I'm very happy. So they're all coming in this week. I'll be ready for Dallas. And like I said, I cracked them all. I recorded it. They're all going to be coming back, and they're all from like HGA, CSG, and with BGS that were like no subgrades. So I'm going to shop, and we'll do a before and after. So you'll be witnessing that in the videos, and I'll be taking those cards with me to Dallas. So did I do better or I do worse? Watch out on these videos. So go to my channel at Mer World Cards. Make sure you subscribe to Mer World Cards, and hit the like button and the bell button, whatever you got to do on Mer World Cards. So watch it, and we'll be in the Dallas next week. Dan?
Yeah. Make sure to subscribe to Merlin. We're still trying to get him to 1,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we're getting there
on YouTube. So please support him. Please support my channel also. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff, guys. And we will see you next week in Dallas. No, we'll do a show before Dallas, and then we will do a live show at Dallas like we normally do, guys. So super excited for that. Living the dream. We're just living the dream, guys, right? A show every week, traveling here, there. We're so privileged, so lucky, guys. So thank you guys for supporting us, and we'll continue to bring you as much fun content as we can, guys. All right, see you guys.
Thank y'all. Have a good night, and we'll see y'all next week. Love you all. Bye. He went right out on me.